Hey up everyone, I'm back again. So I just wanted to post up a quick little review of the Xperia Z3, which I had my eye on for quite a while actually, but I never managed to pick it up because I just felt like my needs were sorted with the Z3 Compact and the Z3 Compact tablet, and I didn't have much motivation to get this handset. But I have to say, after having a look at friends who has one of these, I did want to pick it up myself and see what the device has to offer. Been on the market for quite a while now, and it is taken some price cuts as well, so these can be got now for a bit cheaper than the latest flagships, and I think it is definitely worth a look even this late in the game with the Z4 on the horizon. It still gives you a very nice specs sheet with a quad-core processor, very nice full HD display, and premium kind of build quality. I think the build quality on the device is a solid evolution over the Z2 and the Z1. It feels kind of rounded off at the edges, making it much more comfortable to hold than previous Sony devices, which were not the most ergonomic, if we're to be honest. This back, I think, is also an improvement. As you can see, I've put a screen protector on there because I've got some experience with scratching on the back of my other Sony handsets because of how glossy and shiny it is. But I think that this one is less shiny and less prone to fingerprints, which is really good. It is still a bit slippery though, and you know, you have to be careful unless you have very grippy hands. But overall the device is very nice and well constructed. I wouldn't say it's an amazingly premium devices now that we have like these new generation Samsung devices coming out, which take it up a notch obviously in terms of the premium, but you know, at the end of the day, Sony was the original one who had a strong emphasis on premium design, and that's what you're getting with this particular device. Also you are getting a very nice full HD display, which feels quite modest now that we're in the era of quad HD, etc. But with the HTC One M9 coming out with the same type of display, it's not a huge issue, and may result in obviously a better battery life as well as speed of the device. It's got the triluminous tech in there, so that should enhance the viewing of pictures and videos, and it's at 424 ppi, so very nice and high pixel density, with the X-Reality engine as well, and colours appear very nice indeed, and just like the Z2 really, I haven't noticed too much of a difference in regards to the quality of the panel. It's also quite viewable in daylight. As you can see, it's quite sunny where I am at the moment, and it gets quite bright when you bump that brightness up. So I think the screen is definitely an excellent component of this device. Probably a little bit modest though compared to like your LG G3 and your Note 4 if you're used to those displays, but you'll be happy nevertheless, and you'll also be happy with the processing package, which is a Snapdragon 801, which is the quad-core variant of 2.5 GHz with a Crate 400 and an Adreno 330. So it should be able to handle pretty much anything that you throw at it. In my testing of the device, just installing some apps, etc., it feels amazingly fast and responsive. I'd say just as fast as my Z3 Compact. I think part of the reason why the Z3 Compact is so fast is because of the 720p display and the Snapdragon 801, but I haven't noticed like a performance decrease in this particular handset just because it's a bit larger with a full HD display. I think the 3 gigs of RAM certainly lend to a very nice kind of multitasking experience. A lot better than, for example, the earlier Xperia Ultra, which sometimes can glitch a little bit when doing things like this. As you can see, it's virtually seamless going in from one thing to another, which is what we want to see from a high-end device. So you know, in terms of the specs, this has got you covered pretty much. Should be able to handle pretty much any high-end game that you throw at it. And on the back we have the same lovely camera which we know and love, which is a Sony G lens at 20.7 megapixel. And it feels like deja vu whenever I look at this camera, because I've seen it so many times now. I do hope that Sony gives us something different for the Z4. Yes, it's a fantastic performer, and it will give you fantastic results comparable to the rest of the competition, but it has been used quite a lot of times now, and we would like to see some more innovation coming from Sony. I think the ISO, like the Z3 Compact, has been bumped up to 12,800, so that you should be able to get some much better low light shots, because that was traditionally quite a weakness of Sony devices. And the camera app itself, I'm sure you've seen this before. It's a very nice app which is very assistive, like it helps you get the right shot no matter what kind of thing. And you can see when you doing a picture of something close up, you'll see a little icon there which will change to what is happening, so you can see it's a macro shot, and it will automatically configure the settings to be the best for that kind of thing. But you can turn that off, go to your manual mode, so you get some customization options here, and you can customize the resolution, focus mode. I wonder if they've fixed the issue of the focusing. I think it looks like they've actually fixed that issue, because on the previous Xperia device you didn't have much control over the focusing, like the autofocus. And I think it looks like you can actually control that now. Let me just go to the video, because it was a video mode. No, it looks, well, it looks like it's still the same actually. I do wish that Sony would implement like a fixed focus mode for when you're using it on a tripod or something. Maybe they'll do it for the Z4, who knows. But other than that, we're getting control of the white balance, and within the actual settings you can see here lots of different fun effects, such as portrait retouch, not seen that before, and time shift video, 4K supported obviously, time shift burst, which is pretty cool. So it's a fully featured camera app. It makes like Motorola's look completely bare and raw, and in terms of the picture quality, fantastic. Can't see too much of a difference, to be honest, with this and the Z3 Compact. Maybe the exposure is a little bit better. Z3 Compact tends to make things very bright for some reason, but like the Z3 Compact, in terms of the low light, it seems to do very well here. Most likely due to the ISO shift, and that is the area which Sony did brag about with this particular sensor. But nevertheless, you're going to get fantastic pictures with this device, and it's good that it also supports the micro SD up to 128 gigs, so you can access them through these improved flaps. And this is one of the other major benefits of this device, is that the flaps have improved immeasurably. Before they were quite finicky and really annoying, and my Z2 flap won't even stay in on my phone nowadays. It just pops out by itself, but these feel a lot more solid, and in there you can get your micro SD and your SIM, and on the other side we have another flap for the charging port. It would be nice if the phone supported wireless charging, but it does have the dock connector support, which is kind of similar. and on the actual software suite, I'm not going to talk about this too much because if you've seen other Sony handsets, you've pretty much seen basically what you're going to get on this device. It's very similar. You get like Sony's skin, which is very nice and clean, and it gives you like these quick apps here which you can put on the screen, like a calculator, which is quite nice. And you also get this weird kind of toggle here where you can control the way the apps are listed. And I have to say I do like Sony's skin because it's quite attractive and not too heavy. It doesn't feel like it bogs the device down. And you also get Sony's fantastic apps with the device, such as Walkman, which has an unprecedented amount of customization in the equalizer settings. So if I just quickly show you, you could get lost like how many settings you could set here. So you've got your clear audio plus, dynamic normalizer. You can even choose what headphones you use with the device. So I'm guessing that would control like the profile, mic sensitivity, high-res audio, sound effects, DSEEHX, surround sound, S-Force front surround, all this alien type of technology. And you can also put on your equalizers, which is quite nice. Make it really loud. So I wonder if they've still got the kind of like, yes, this is it. So you can make it so that it sounds like you're in a studio or a club or even a concert hall, which is quite nice. You know, so you can't touch Sony when it comes to this sort of stuff. It's well ahead of the game. If you're into your audio, this is the phone to get, no doubt about it. And the actual app, the Walkman app, looks really nice nowadays with the purple kind of theme. It looks a bit like Material Design. As you can see, it makes the notification shade purple. So you know, you're going to get a lot of Sony apps with this, and if you've got a PS4, you're going to benefit from that. Some of you might think, ugh, that's kind of bloatware on the device, but personally I think a lot of people will appreciate like the Walkman app in particular, as well as like some of these media apps that you can get films from, rent from, etc., as well as the PS4 connectivity. So yeah, you know, I think all in all, this is a fantastic device. Still should be on your radar, even though it's been on the market for quite a while now, and the prices will be coming down on it, obviously. And in terms of the pros, I'd say the battery life is a major pro on this. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to have any issues with the 3000 odd mAh in there. I think the camera is also a strong point of this particular device, with the physical shutter button here, which feels very nice and clicky and gets you access to the camera quite quick. And obviously just the build of it feels very solid in the hand, and is among, you know, the best kind of handsets you can get on the market right now. Hopefully Sony will be updating it to Lollipop quite soon. I have read an article it's due to come on as early as next month, so I'll be looking out for that. And yeah, you know, this was just a quick little review of the Z3, and I hope you liked it, and if you did, subscribe or hit the like button, and I will see you next time. Cheers.